Good afternoon. You know, I was awakened last night in the middle of the night, and 2 Chronicles 7:14 came into my mind, and I began to pray and seek the Lord in the middle of the night. Matter of fact, the next thing I remember was waking up. I think I fell asleep praying. But I woke up this morning and I committed to spend some time seeking God, and so that I could get the garbage out of my life that may have crept in through activity, and put on Christ in that area, and to seek Him to know alternatives to some of the things that I'm doing that I feel like may be detrimental to my spiritual walk. And I've been asking Him to show me that, and I am continuing to do that, because I believe it's time to seek God. I believe it's time to ask the question, God, what are you trying to say to me? What is all of this about that's going on with the coronavirus? And Lord, I know it's going to be much worse than this in the tribulation period. And this is just a taste of what's going to take place. But so many people are ignoring the necessity of prayer. Not praying for deliverance from the virus, but praying to know why God sent it on the earth. What is God trying to say to me during this time? This didn't just happen. God caused it to happen. And so we have to ask the question, well, God, what are you trying to say to me? Because He's sovereign over His creation. These things are not just happenstance. God has a purpose and a plan for these things in our life. For me, it made me question, Lord, what is it in my life I need to get rid of that's not of you? And then to put on in my life what is of you in whatever area I need to deal with. Colossians deals with that a lot. But the Apostle Paul wrote about it in Romans chapter 13. He says, and do this, knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep. For now our salvation is nearer than when we first believed. The night is far spent, the day is at hand. Therefore let us cast off the works of darkness, and let us put on the armor of light. Let us walk properly as in the day, not in revelry and drunkenness, not in lewdness and lust, not in strife and envy, but put on the Lord Jesus Christ, and make no provision for the flesh to fulfill its lusts. You know, he names 6 different things here that we're to put off of our life and out of our life and put on Christ. But there's so many other things that invade our time and invade our lives that we allow to come in to spend time busy work, busy things, sometimes church things, and we don't spend time with God to let Him speak to us. I was watching a television program, I think last night, and I told Charlotte, I said, we need to turn this off. I need some silence because I can't hear the voice of God. You know, we get like that if we're not careful. But I've learned in times past that if I can get alone with God and wait on Him and let Him speak to me and stay in His Word and let Him use that also to speak to my heart, to show me the things I need to do, the things that I need to put out of my life, as the story of the 10 virgins where they had to trim their lamps. And that's what we need to do, is trim our lamp. Cut off the old that's on there so that the wick will burn bright once again. And so God is telling us through his word, hey, the day is far spent. Salvation is nearer than you think. You know, Jesus is coming. No doubt about that. Or we're going to go see him before he comes. Either way, we need to be ready to meet God. We need to put off and out of our life anything that's displeasing to him and to put on Christ. And I think this coronavirus is one of the things God is using to remind us to be prepared to meet God. I pray that you are today prepared to meet God. If you're not, receive Jesus Christ into your heart and be saved.